Alright, what is up, everyone? Bonjour! How are we doing today? I'm gonna stop the music before another song starts playing. Yeah! Yeah, so, you might have heard, I, earlier today put out a poll asking people what I should blend. I have a blender here. We're gonna be blending things. It's gonna be so much fun. This is one of those streams that it kind of just all came together at the last moment, you know? Like, I didn't have the idea, and then suddenly I did, and as soon as I had the idea, I knew I had to do it. And I'm so glad that this is the stream that I am doing today. People who are in the Discord might know that it was a little bit of a process getting to this idea for today. I mean, I almost decided I was going to be streaming Scott Pilgrim EX and doing a shot every time that I, died in it, and I decided against that one, which is probably for the best. Just maybe a good thing that I decided against that one. Anyways, so I realized, hey, I've got a blender. Let's blend some things. So, blend, yeah! Let's blend. We're gonna blend. Things are gonna blend good. We're gonna show. This is gonna be one of the streams of the year. Please tell all of your friends. I am very excited. This is gonna be so much fun. I've got a lot of very fun surprises. I put out a poll earlier asking people what I should blend. I got quite a few responses, for me at least, and me when I blend. Yeah, I'm blending. I'm totally blending up in here. And yeah, so blenders. I want to put my tender heart in a blender. I should have queued that song up during the intro. I should have found all of the different songs that I could have thought of about blending things up. I'll just have to keep that in mind for next time. Because I can think of at least one other song about blending things. I mean, there's that Annoying Orange song, Limes, which is... Oh, let's watch that real quick, actually. I think that's due a watch, actually. Let's see if we can find that real quick. Limes, Annoying Orange. Yeah, there we go. With featuring Brad Paisley. Anyways, I'm giving people a chance to filter in. That's why it seems like I'm kind of stalling right now. Yeah, you know how it is. So yeah, let's watch this. Oh, also in like 7 minutes or so, I've got a friend coming by to grab a jacket that she left here. So I will have to go when that happens. Also, this is a classic Annoying Orange video in my book. I remember watching this one a lot when I was younger. Okay. So I've got this yearly playlist that I do called Eclectia. And the earliest version of this was actually one I made in, I think, 7th or 8th grade, and this song was actually on that playlist back then, and I find that wild, because I doubt it's that good, you know? Like, it doesn't strike me as the type of video that, like, deserves to, like, I don't know. I like Annoying Orange. I've said this. This is a known fact that I have a lot of passion for Annoying Orange. I think Danebo made some really cool things. I was literally talking about her earlier. Anyways, Annoying Orange. Definitely annoying.
I give up.
What's the matter, partner? Never seen an orange looking so blue.
Well, strange lime, wearing a cowboy hat.
That Brad
Just having a bad
Paisley.
day.
So am I. My truck broke down. My dog has the flu. My mom just got out of prison.
This is a reference to another song.
These bunions ain't gonna file themselves!
First of all, every lime in the kitchen's getting tossed into that blender over there.
But you don't seem sad at all. How do you do it?
Well, you could say I have a little philosophy on all that. Here, put this on. It'll help cheer you up.
Hey, you're right. Hat helps a lot.
It's been years since I watched this. I should have put this on the thing.
Thanks, Rich.
Maybe the opposite things are a mess, and that's the best time to burn it down.
Burn it all!
Didn't mean literally.
You look around here and you see all these people, you think their lives are perfect? Hardly. Now, I don't have all the answers, but I'll tell you the one thing I've found. You take it all with a grain of salt.
Oh, this is a lot. What songs has he been on? What are his songs? Like I could not tell you a Brad Paisley song. I know I've listened to his stuff. Like my family used to listen to a whole bunch of country music. But yeah, this is just like nothing. I have completely memory hold this guy. No, he's always gonna be the Limes guy to me. He made a song called Limes. Oh my word. I'm shocked he doesn't have like a controversy section on here. Oh, my friend's here. Okay, I will be right back.
Sometimes it ain't your fault. You got something you don't want to remember. That's when you need to just throw it in a blender and have a good time. Now that tequila, life gives you life. You make margaritas.
Virgin margaritas, of course.
Oh, of course.
I don't know if you're the type that sees the glass as half full or half empty.
I see it as all the way empty.
I got an idea. How about I never let you get that low?
Guys, I think the blender's gonna blow.
Whatever's done is done. The night is young. Let's have some fun. Are you with me? Then hit the fan the only way that I know. You take it all with a grain of salt. And realize
Yeah. So how's Limes? How's Limes? Throw it in a blender and have a good time. Tequila, when life gives you limes. You make margaritas.
that's it. You're getting the hang of it now.
Why do I remember this?
Huh? Hey now. Ah! Ah!
Why do I remember this?
Get it, Fiddle?
Yeah, I get it.
Then why aren't you laughing?
Because it was a bad joke.
Nope, this is a band joke.
Haha, glad you're in a better mood, partner.
Hey, thanks. I'm sorry it ended this way for you.
Don't be sorry at all. I love getting drunk. Ha!
Good one. Good one, strange lime who wears a cowboy hat.
Oh, YouTube, something's going on with YouTube. Oh shoot.
Ain't gotta have everything
Oh jeez, why is it still playing? Please stop playing. Jeez Louise. Okay. Yeah, that's the Annoying Orange Blender song. And then like I could have done that other song, and it would have been cool and a good idea, and definitely not cringe or anything. But I didn't do that, so you know. And there we go. We're back. So yeah, let's see. Are people filtering in? How are people doing today? How's everyone in chat doing? I've had a pretty good day. You know, things are going well for me. How's everything for everyone in chat? You know, I don't know if anyone's still hanging out right now, but you know, we're gonna blend. We're chilling like a villain. Big chillin'. Anyways, yeah. So yeah, I've been trying to learn the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock for a while. I don't know. This might be something that I go over today. You know, I printed it out so that I could like read it. I think that might be pretty fun. Yeah. I'll read the first stanza real quick. Let us go, then, you and I, when the evening is spread out against the sky, like a patient etherized upon a table. Let us go through certain half-deserted streets, the muttering retreats of restless nights and one-night cheap hotels, and sawdust restaurants with oyster shells, streets that follow like a tedious argument of insidious intent to lead you to an overwhelming question. Oh, do not ask, what is it? Let us go and make our visit. Yeah. It's a pretty fun poem. It's one that I see people talk about a lot, and I've really found a fondness for it. So I think I'm gonna try and learn it, memorize it. It's pretty cool. All right. I think it is time to start our first poll about what is gonna go in the blender. Y'all ready for the first blend poll? Can I get a blend poll in chat if you're ready right now for the blender poll, the poll about blenders? Blend poll. No? Okay. Great. So I'm gonna let chat decide on this one. Chat is going to decide between these four options. How about now? Can you hear me now? Wonderful. Okay, you should be able to hear me now. Great. I don't know what happened there. That was frustrating. Why do I never have technical difficulties on the easy streams, you know? Like, why is it always the difficult ones that have a lot of moving parts that are harder to pull off? Why are those the ones that I get technical difficulties on? You know? Like this, yeah, thank you. I'm glad it's back. It would have been stressful if it wasn't back. It would be very stressful if it wasn't back. Anyways, the first vote is going to be you get to choose between these 4 options. So let me put them on screen. I'm realizing I probably should have had this prepared a little better. Alright, and there we go. Oh, okay, and we're gonna shrink that down a little bit, and that needs to look better. But alright, so these are our options for the first thing that you get to choose from. You get to choose our liquid for this first smoothie. You get to choose water, milk, apple juice, or Jello. You can go ahead and put your answers in chat right now. Which one you would like to see? Which one you would like to be blended up in this first smoothie? Yeah. Let's see if I can get this a little bit more legible. Outline. Okay, and we're gonna make a black outline. Okay, can we make the outline bigger? It only goes up to size 20? Is that true? What about, no? Okay. Alright, yeah. Alright, there you go. So there are your options. Your options are water, milk, apple juice, or Jello. I'm going to give people a couple minutes to decide which one they would like to see in chat. You just got to type in which one you want to see in this, and then we will go ahead and move on to the next poll. This is the first poll. Blendin. Blentastic. Blendopolis. If you don't type anything in chat soon, I'm going to start reading the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock again. And I don't think anyone wants that other than me. I saw Speed Racer this week. It was pretty good. I went and saw it in theaters. It was a lot of fun. Good movie. I didn't get as much of a headache this time, which is a big deal when it comes to that movie, honestly. Like, you know, that's one of those movies that always gives me a headache whenever I watch it. And like, so I got a less of a headache this time. Pretty cool. Alright, I guess we're reading the next verse of the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock because no one is in chat right now. In the room, women come and go, talking of Michelangelo. The yellow fog that rubs its back upon the window panes, the yellow smoke that rubs its muzzle on the window panes, licked its tongue into the corners of the evening, lingered upon the pools that stand in drains, let fall upon its back the soot that falls from chimneys, slipped by the terrace, made a sudden leap, and seeing that it was a soft October night, curled about the house and fell asleep. Whoa. Don't make me choose, please. I don't want to have to choose which one of these to base this smoothie on, you know? Like, I'm not cut out for that. I'm not cut out to choose these sorts of things. You just gotta type one in chat. Anyone can decide what the direction of this smoothie is. Right now. This is your choice. You get to decide what I'm going to blend. And that's pretty awesome. So what'll it be? What is going to blend? What is blendable? What are you? Hi, Avies. Howdy. Avies, what should I? Oh, okay. So I'm blending. I'm making a smoothie, and the options for the first base are water, milk, apple juice, and Jello.
I think start with milk.
Milk. Okay. So that's 1 vote for apple juice, 1 vote for milk from my roommate Avies. Thank you, Avies.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, apple juice or milk. Let's see. I am going to go ahead and do a coin flip for this one. I've got a coin right here. So this is a quarter. Heads is going to be apple juice. Tails is going to be milk. I am remembering that I am bad at flipping coins. That is tails, which I said was going to be milk. So okay, cool. That is that first one. Awesome. So now we gotta do our next poll. Our next poll is going to be we're gonna get all the ingredients first, and then we are going to did I say milk or apple juice won that first one? I think I said milk. I'm already forgetting. Jeez Louise. Anyways, yeah. Honestly, I probably need to turn off studio mode for this stream, because there's no reason for it. Anyways, these are our options for our second item. Egg, ice, fireball, and cherries. Which one of these should I add to my smoothie? I can add ice, I can add egg, I can add fireballs, or I can add cherries. These are all pretty good options. You just have to type in chat what you think I should add. Personally, I'm partial to the cherries. I think those would be good. Especially with the milk base. I think milk and cherries probably wouldn't be terrible. Ice is also like a traditional one. Fireball! Oh! Okay. Fireball's pretty good. Look, this will be very cinnamon milky. You know, if we go for that. I'll give other people a moment to decide whether or not they've got anything else to say, but I'm good with Fireball. I'm gonna get turned up tonight, apparently. Ooh. I do like Fireball. It is one of those things that I didn't ever realize. Hello, hi Luna. We're deciding what the next thing in the smoothie is gonna be. It's the options are egg, ice, fireball, and cherries, and we've got 1 vote for fireball so far. And our first ingredient in the smoothie so far is milk. So like, ooh, is the fireball whiskey gonna curdle the milk, you think? That's probably fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm sure. Holy fuck, Twitch is taking forever to load. Jeez. I didn't realize it was going bad on Twitch. Let's see what's up on Twitch, cause you know, the internet is a scary place. Yeah, I guess Twitch is just not loading. Is it everyone or is it just me? Anyways, Fireball is pretty good. If it does, you can strain the curds out. Alcohol will absolutely curdle the milk. I mean, it didn't curdle the milk on Milky Monday, so like, I'm sure it'll be fine. I think it's on my or Twitch's end. I don't know. It's not loading for me either, so there's a good chance that it is on my end. Anyways, there are more people in chat. Please go ahead and vote on which one of these ingredients you think I should add to my current smoothie that is just milk. Should I add ice? Should I add egg? Should I add fireballs? Or should I add cherry? You know, we're vibing. We have 1 vote for Fireball so far, which is a lot of fun. I love drinking Fireball vodka. Nope, it's whiskey. Fireball's whiskey. You know this. I know this. This is known. Egg, og. Oh no. Why did I put egg on the list? Egg, milk, cherries. Oh, okay. We're pretty evenly divided here. Okay. Yeah. Eggs. Eggs to meat. Yeah, that's not a thing, actually. That's nothing. It's not... Fireball's not even whiskey? But it says whiskey on the bottle! What do you mean Fireball's not whiskey? My world is shattered. Anyways, oh no. Alright. Yeah, so we should probably, do something to figure out what between the three options that we need some sort of tiebreaker, between egg, cherries, and Fireball. And so I'm gonna go ahead and I guess we can do a coin flip tournament. So it has a whiskey base, but there's too many additives. Okay. Heads is going to be egg. Tails is going to be Fireball. Egg. Oh no, that's 2 for eggs. That breaks the tiebreaker. Dang it, Bane. All right, I guess egg wins then. We can go with egg. All right. This is gonna be awful. All right. So this is going to be the third one. Third poll we've got going now. Jello, banana, rice cracker, or bell pepper. You could call this selection the Nuco server circa 2019. This is a joke for, I think, 0 people in chat right now, unless Arcade's still hanging out. But it makes me laugh. I think it's pretty funny. Yeah, so Jello, banana, rice cracker, bell pepper. These are all not that bad, you know? Like, I don't think any of them are going to be particularly good with the egg that we already... I am realizing that with the egg and the milk, if we go with bell pepper, this will be a pretty good omelet. Oh, great. Am I going to have to cook this one over the stove if it's an omelet? Oh, no. I didn't think this through. Ugh. This was a choice to have egg on there that I made, and I have made this choice, and I am sticking to this choice, but it... Ugh. Great. Okay. So, Jello, banana, rice cracker, or bell pepper. I do love a good bell pepper. Y'all ever had a good bell pepper? I have. I love a good bell pepper. I think I've got green bell peppers. I might have yellow ones. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure I've got bell peppers. I am realizing I did not actually check. Jello. 1 vote for Jello. Okay. Anyone got anything else that want to vote on? The Jello is lime Jello. I do love a good lime Jello. It is the best Jello in the world. And yeah, it's pretty good stuff. Jello delicious. I like Jello. I like big Jello, and I cannot lie. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jello, Jello, Jello. Finished product or Jello powder? Jello the powder. It is the finished product Jello. I made up a batch last night. Who joined VC? Hello, Peyton.
Not me.
Peyton. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I just finished cleaning my room.
Nice. Congratulations on cleaning your room.
Thanks. And I finally hung up all the decorations that I actually had.
Okay. You're a little garbled. Wait. Oh, okay. So we've got 2 votes for Jello, 1 vote for banana. I'm kind of in the Jello camp, but I'm not sure. We'll see.
Well, why don't you make four milkshakes?
What?
Why don't you make 4 smoothies?
Why won't I make 4? I'm not gonna make 4 smoothies. I'm not. I don't have time. Look, we've been live for 30 minutes already, and we are not done with question 3 for the first one.
Yeah, we can make 4.
I don't think we have time. My streams last 3 hours. Like, I don't know.
If you no longer care about democracy and instead become a fascist, you can make 4.
This is true. I do care about democracy right now, though. So, yeah, we're not making 4. We're also not making 10. I don't know why that was the most reacted to thing that I've said in a while. We are now tied up on Jello versus banana. If only there was...
I would give my vote, but I already voted.
You did already vote. I guess we can coin flip this one again.
Maggie,
yes. What's up?
Maggie, I'll tell you why it became the most reacted thing. Because it is always funny when we are giving you terrible ideas and also doubling down on something you've already told us that's not happening.
This is true. These are very funny things to do. Don't worry about it, Lunaria. Your submission may or may not be used, you know? If you want your submissions for these sorts of things to be used in the future, you can go ahead and join the Discord or follow me on Blue Sky, where you will see these things right as they are announced. And that is 3 votes for banana. So that is fine. We will go ahead and add a banana, which is sure. Alright. This is going to be...
What I submitted been in the voting pool yet?
I don't know what you submitted. Anyways,
Oh, you don't? Okay.
I don't, but I also do know which one you submitted, I will say. I didn't see anyone's names. Look, I did not see anyone's names because I didn't collect emails. But that said, I knew which one you submitted.
Well, which one was it?
It was Bean, singular, which is one of the next options.
You just said grain singular? That wasn't mine.
Oh, Bean singular was not yours?
Grain singular was not mine. I can't claim credit for that.
No, Bean. You're saying grain?
Oh, bean?
Yeah, Bean.
I heard grain. Bean singular was also not mine.
Really? Okay, I thought that was yours. That was a very Peytonism, so like I figured it was one of yours.
No, that is something that I would say.
It is. I thought it was you for sure. Anyways, so the options here are ice cream, bean singular, like 4 handfuls of spinach, or donut. We got 1 vote for 4 handfuls of spinach.
I do want to make it known that my vote is bean singular.
Good. I would expect nothing less for something that I thought was yours.
Yeah. Just as long as you know.
Yeah. I think, yeah, these are pretty good options. This is the last one for this first one. So ice cream, donut. This is again another 4-way tie we've got going here. We're not playing Split the Room right now. I am not that good at Split the Room. What is going on here?
Well, Maggie, if it's a 4-way tie, that means we put all 4 in.
No, we're not doing that. That's gonna be awful.
Did you have any hope that these movies were going to be good?
I made it possible for all of them to be good.
I'll break a tie.
Oh, Avies is here to break a tie. Alright, Avies. Ice cream. Bean, singular. Like 4 handfuls of spinach or donut.
I think ice cream.
Ice cream, okay. So that does tie it up between donut and ice cream because Luna has also... Wait, no. That... Lunaria changed their vote from ice cream to donut right as you said it.
Alright, fuck me then.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you, Avis! Alright,
I
so...
need to get Avies on my payroll to tie break in my favor.
You should have. You probably could have convinced Avies to tie break in your favor. Anyways, it looks like Donut is currently in the lead with 2 votes. So let's go ahead and do that. Peyton, would you like to entertain the chat while I go grab all the things?
I will never.
You will never entertain the chat?
No.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna put on the Lime song from Annoying Orange again.
Listen, what do you want me to tell chat?
I don't know. Just chill for a moment. Just talk to chat. I'll be right back.
Okay, fine.
When in doubt,
I
look up
guess I
the.
gotta-
Wait. Whenever you're in doubt, look up the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock. The love song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Look that up and read it. Whenever you're in doubt.
Okay. Let me. So, hey chat, how we doing? I know Maggie told me to entertain y'all, but, you know, I don't know how to do that. So, we're just gonna sit here and everyone spam as many blue square emotes as you can. I'll join in, and we'll make Maggie's chat unusable. Or just screen blue square. It'd be really funny. Honestly, I don't know if I'm seeing live chat because nothing's happening, so I'm just going to take it that you guys are here and just choosing to ignore me, which is honestly a valid choice.
Alright, and I am back.
You recruited people to the Blue Square Army? That's so great to hear. I'm so
I cannot
happy.
hear you yet, but I am back with the ingredients for the smoothie.
Alright, Maggie can't hear us, guys. We can scheme.
Whoa! No scheming. What scheming? Let's not scheme. What are you talking about?
Nothing. We're not scheming. We're not scheming.
Oh no! The Blue Square Army.
I am not planning to overthrow you. That's not what's happening here.
I appreciate it. The Blue Square Army is 2 other people strong now. Jeez Louise. Okay. Alright. So, yeah,
Listen,
yeah?
what can I say? I think square should be the new funny word.
I'm aware you think square should be the blue funny word, use square. It doesn't have quite the same ring to it that you'd want from a funny word, is the thing. Like, I tried using it as an insult, and it didn't work.
Have you tried using polygon as an insult?
You polygon. That just makes it sound like I'm in castration movie. The blue square reminds me too much of a blue check mark. Right! It also, like, I don't know. It feels like some performative activism type thing from like 2020. I feel like there was something kind of like that back then. Anyways, we're adding the
I
donut.
will say, it did just occur to me that the blue square is like 3 steps removed from the pink triangle from World War II, and
It's been
it
reclaimed.
wasn't intentional.
Pink triangle has been reclaimed somewhat.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. There has been a reclamation of the pink triangle. To an extent. Some people are still touchy about it, understandably so. But
That makes sense.
it's been mostly reclaimed since, I believe, the 70s. But good on you on knowing your history a little bit, because that's not one of the things people usually know about World War II.
Thanks.
All right, adding the egg.
I learned this during school, and then afterwards, I remembered that was a thing that happened whenever I watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 2, because that takes place during World War II, and I saw Caesar, and I was like, wait, are the pink triangles that on his cheeks intentional?
Huh. I've never thought about that. Anyways, Lunaria is pointing out that this is also a Weezer thing, because Weezer does have a song called Pink Triangle, about Rivers Cuomo crushing on a lesbian, because Rivers Cuomo is actually trans, and I will die on that hill, and she needs to transition ASAP. Anyways, I'm gonna go... Actually, I've got a trash can right under my desk. Alright. Anyways, so yeah, there we go. We've got the blender. We've got the awful... This is mostly a fine smoothie, you know? Like, donut, banana, and milk, all decent enough options for the smoothie, you know? It's a little sweet for my taste, but for the most part, it's fine, right? You know? But the fact that we added egg is gonna fuck this up. This is gonna be awful. Alright. I guess this is gonna be loud. Messages on Discord. The egg will add texture and protein. I don't want texture. I don't want protein. I'm nervous. I'm a little nervous, alright? Alright. They are. This is true. They're used in a lot of things. I've never eaten raw egg before. Alright, let's go. Nice and smooth. This is probably really loud right now. So what are y'all up to? Jeez Louise, this is loud. Alright. Let's see, I guess. Jeez Louise. Alright, that's probably blended enough, right? Alright. Okay. You know what we might have made? Banana eggnog. Because that's what this looks like. This just looks like a glass of eggnog. It's cute. Yeah, it's not great by any means, actually. Nope, you can totally taste the egg. My friend did not know that Weezer is a 90s thing, so I had to explain to him that no, Weezer is not a TikTok thing. I mean, Weezer was also around in the 2000s, you know, like they've been around for a while now. But yeah, they've been around for a while. Do I have to drink this? Does not go down smoother twice. Or a second time. Try adding nutmeg. I don't think I have any nutmeg. I think, unfortunately, that is not one of the things that I have today. You know what they say. Ugh. It actually mostly tastes like a banana protein shake. I just don't like banana in this high of quantity, or protein shakes particularly much either. Like, this is no, not good. All right. We did it. We drank the smoothie. I'm not drinking the rest of it. Wow. That was a bad smoothie. A pretty bad smoothie. Not the worst smoothie I've ever had. But not a good one. Not a good one at all. Yeah, check something real quick. Good luck shaving. Alright. It is time for the second smoothie. Which means we have to decide what the things that are going to be in the second smoothie are. Alright, copy. You could do that. There's definitely something that, you know, would be a thing. Alright. The next smoothie choices: Jello, ice, milk, or orange juice. Which one would you like to see be the base of this smoothie? Jello, ice, milk, or orange juice? I am hoping it is Jello, because I want to see what a Jello base for a smoothie looks like. I made Jello last night specifically for this, you know. I like Jello. Y'all have seen my video that I did about Jello, right? Where I made and ate a whole bunch of different types of Jello. Orange juice, 1 vote for orange juice. Okay. Yeah. Cool. I am interested in the orange juice. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. Orange juice ain't bad though. Ain't a bad choice. You will vote Jello. Okay, we got 1 vote for orange juice, 1 vote for Jello. Cool. 1 vote for milk. Great, we're splitting the room again. Let's go. On Mondays we vote for... No! This is why milk isn't on the third smoothie option. No, we're not bringing... This is the closest... Crazy going back to hinged options after it was progressively getting more and more unhinged. Oh, we'll get more unhinged. Just chill. You know, there's only so much I can do. You know, it's a roller coaster, you know. Milk. This is going to be the closest thing to Milky Monday that we've been since Milky Monday, isn't it? Y'all are going to make me vote, make me drink milk. All right. Milk wins! I am going to add a quick guide. Text. We're calling this one. We're gonna call this one Smoothie. We're calling it Smoothie and current smoothie ingredients milk. Okay, and we're gonna shrink that down. And we need to not put that there. And we need to make it actually legible. Which means we need an outline. And there we go. And great. So yeah, current smoothie ingredients, milk. Which is good to hear. All right. Poll 2. You mentioned thinking that things got a little unhinged there for a moment, which means we have to correct that a little bit. These are the options: lime, chicken sandwich, spinach, or bell pepper. Which one are you gonna pick? Which one am I gonna drink, y'all? Which one are you mixing with the milk? Is it gonna be the lime to make it curdle? Is it gonna be the chicken sandwich because you hate me? Is it gonna be the spinach to make me big and strong? Is it gonna be the bell pepper because bell pepper is nice? I don't think there's a losing option here. You know, I think they're all not great. Spinach is fine. Milk and spinach is pretty good. Lime. Okay, 1 vote for lime. What else are we thinking? What else? I've got this cologne. This is not for things. I'm not drinking this. I think this might poison me if I drank it. So, this is not on the table. It also doesn't smell good. So, like, I don't know why I still have this cologne. I have perfumes that I prefer. That I also still wouldn't eat. We got 1 vote for lime so far. Anyone got any other votes that they want to answer? You know, we can always vote for something or other or something or other. Definitely options here, you know. You can vote for lime, chicken sandwich, spinach, or bell pepper. Bell pepper, pretty yummy. Imagine if this one had bell pepper instead of banana in it. That would have been wild. I don't think that would have been a good smoothie. But I think it might have still been better than the banana. Banana's just one of those flavors that drowns everything else out, you know? And yeah, I don't particularly like it. What can I say? I'm a woman of particular tastes. And those tastes are not milk and not banana. And not egg. Y'all put most of the things that I don't like in that last one, actually. Which I'm honestly impressed with, because I feel like I implied nothing. Anyways, I think a spam bot texted me earlier, which is annoying. Like, what if I vote for Lime 3 more times? That is a fair point. You could vote for Lime 3 more times. I announced in the Discord that there was no cap to voting. You don't have to change your votes. You can just yell in chat over and over again. Just don't get caught by the spam filter. And I'll count that. Which it's whoever's loudest, really. You know, so like if you vote for Lime 3 more times, then like we're adding lime to this. You know, I'm probably gonna peel the lime first, but after that, it's going in there. We're drinking a lime and milk smoothie. I'm okay with that. Well, let's go ahead and do that. Well, oh, we got a spam bot and Twitch chat. And we're gonna go ahead and ban you. There you go. Ineligible disapproval live stream files. Okay, whatever. Thanks for nothing, you robot. I hate spam bots. Y'all ever feel that? Alright, let's go ahead and add lime. Yep, I see you. I see you. You don't have to go now. You're good. We're good. You know, we're adding lime. Lime. Milk and lime. And lime and milk. Milk with a little bit of lime. Lime, milk, lime. Milk, lime. Lime and milk. It's the way that the world wants to say. Yippee yay. Hooray, hooray. Here is the third pull for yay. Alright, our options are spinach, a shot of vodka, brick of ramen, or a rice cake. We will not be adding the packet of ramen seasoning to this also. You gotta choose. It's just the brick of ramen, okay? No seasoning or anything. So what are we going with? Spinach, which, you know, spinach was pretty. It's been on. I think it was on the last one. It's on this one. You know, I like spinach. Spinach is good. I have a huge bag of spinach in my fridge right now. I would love to get rid of some of it, all of it. I don't know. I like spinach. Vodka. Vodka's alcoholic. You know, who doesn't love vodka? You know, I've got a flask of it over there. Actually, that's tequila. I do also have vodka though. I got a lot of alcohol in my house. I don't know if y'all know this. I keep alcohol around quite a bit. It's probably not great that I do that. But alcohol, it's delicious. Sue me. And then brick of ramen. It's a brick of ramen. It's gonna add some crunch. It's gonna add quite a bit of crunch. Rice cake will probably also add crunch, but it's not gonna add as much crunch. We got 1 vote for brick of ramen. Cool. Oh, 1 vote for spinach. Okay. 1 vote for rice cake. Great. And no votes for vodka? Alright. I see. Y'all do not want to see me get drunk tonight. I appreciate it, I guess. I don't know. What's the deal with that? I feel like the times I've gotten drunk on stream have been a lot of fun. But, you know, it's a 3-way tie right there, so we're chilling. I'm gonna start reading the love song of J. Alfred. time runs out to read the second verse of the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock. You're anti-voting vodka? That's wild. And indeed, there will be time for the yellow smoke that slides along the street, rubbing its back upon the window panes. There will be time, to prepare a face to meet the faces you meet. There will be time to murder and create, and time for all the works and days of hands that lift and drop a question on your plate. Time for you and time for me, and time yet for 100 indecisions, and time for 100 visions and revisions before the taking of a toast and tea. Pretty cool. Alright, so we're at currently -1 votes for vodka. That is the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock. It is a poem that I've been wanting to learn, so I'm using this downtime as a time to, well, hey, thanks for following, Chicken Mills. This movie is gonna curdle so badly, Maggie. Yes, I am aware. Hello. Welcome to chat. Lime and milk. Chat, I think this is cheese. I've had worse food, so, like, you know, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It is going to be fine. Look, just because it curdles doesn't mean it's gonna be bad. You ever had curdles before? They're not that bad, especially when it's not like old milk curdle. Old milk curdle, that is bad. I will give you that. But, like, milk that is curdled because of chemical reactions, that's not bad, usually. You know, like, one of my favorite smoothies to get whenever I go to Sonic is a lemon smoothie. And those always curdle pretty badly. But, like, it doesn't matter because they're delicious. That's the secret that you gotta understand is the thing. You gotta understand that food is good, and food doesn't stop being good. This is not true. Anyways, what are we voting for? Spinach, vodka, brick of ramen, or rice cake. Currently, we have 1 vote for brick of ramen, 1 vote for spinach, 1 vote for rice cake, and 1 vote for no vodka. Anti-vote for vodka, which is going to lead to some sort of anti-vodka. You ever had vodka? It's kind of like doing drugs. That's a joke that doesn't make sense, actually. Am I a robot? Sometimes. Sometimes I am. I mean, not like actually, but you know, I'm here. I'm queer. You know, I call myself Maggie the robot on Blue Sky, 'cause you know, I've always identified with robots before, like, the whole AI thing. I was identifying with robots. I used to fantasize when I was younger about secretly being a hyper advanced robot from the future that got sent back in time to study something about humanity. And it's kind of just how I coped with a lot of my childhood. And so, like, beep boop. Robots are cool. I relate heavily to robots. I've always thought that it would be fun to get, like, if I could ever withstand tattoos, I've always thought it would be fun to get, like, a panel of buttons on my arm. Sending in a second vote for Robin because no one's locking in. You really like Legos and would always build robots. Okay. Yeah, robots are cool. All right. I am announcing you can vote for multiple things multiple times. Everyone in chat. Today we're doing this chicken. We're making smoothies. Terminator 2 is a movie that I haven't seen. But yeah. Go ahead and vote. Where the options are spinach, vodka, brick and ramen, or rice cake. Which one of these things are going to add? Currently, we've got 2 votes for spinach and 2 votes for brick or ramen, which is pretty tied, honestly. You know, I mean, we've been spending a lot of time where we've been somewhat tied, and it is what it is, what it is, what it is to be free. Sound system gonna bring me back up. One thing that I can depend on. That is the great poet Tim Armstrong, I believe. I will flip a coin if I have to between spinach and brick of ramen. I'm threatening it. I've got a coin right here. I'm threatening to flip this coin. Flip that coin. Flip that coin. Flip that coin. Flip that coin. All right. We're flipping that coin. Heads is spinach. Tails is brick of ramen. All right. That is heads, which means the winning vote goes to spinach. Are you really going to make a smoothie with those ingredients? Yes, I am. Currently, this is from the last smoothie that we made, which was banana. What else? Someone in chat fill in chicken on what this last smoothie was, because I can't remember anymore. It was egg, banana, milk, and donut. And so spinach won this one. Spinach. That's not how you spell spinach. Spinach. There we go. Cool. Threatening to release new music. Am I? Oh no. Did I threaten to release new music? No, I'm going to do this. I want to do this, is the thing. That's the thing you don't understand. I like doing this sort of thing. I have an urge to put myself in some sort of way of physical harm, mostly by my own volition. Anyways, these are our options for the last, look. Okay, no, that joke's actually really dark, so I'm not gonna make that joke. But know that there was a joke there that I was going to say that was, that I thought was too far, actually. Alright. Yeah, no, I'm kind of just like this. A couple weeks ago on stream, what was the last one of these I did? I think it was trying a bunch of ramen all at once, even though I have blood pressure issues. Last week off of stream, I got drunk and, mowed the lawn. Which isn't, like, that interesting. Anyways, I'm not crazy. I'm literally the most normal woman alive. Anyways, the next options are mixed fruit, toothpaste, spinach, and 2 ounces of vanilla extract. Ramen's good. I ate a copious amount of ramen. 2-ounce vanilla extract is currently in the lead with 2 votes from Lunaria. Does anyone have any other options? We could add more spinach. There would be so much spinach in this if you vote for spinach again. Vanilla Tumblr post. Fun fact about that post, the vanilla extract Tumblr post. I voted for vanilla extract. Please don't do toothpaste. You missed round 1 when orange juice was on the poll. And I put both of them on this, available to be in the same smoothie on my own, because I thought it would be funny. On the off chance that we ended up with orange juice and toothpaste in the same smoothie. We didn't. You know, sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. I think I have children's toothpaste somewhere, so like it wouldn't be that big a deal if I did toothpaste, you know. It's fine. It's literally fine. Hi Zorgon. What's up?
I'm asking her what the fuck she's working at.
Oh, I guess Zorgon is just barking at Zorgon. Zorgon is our dog. Bartender, please add another 2 ounces of vanilla. All right, so we've got 1 anti-toothpaste vote and 3 votes for vanilla extract. All right,
Are you gonna make our whole house smell like mint like you did last time?
Mint was not on the poll this time. Cricket asked me if I was gonna make our whole house smell like mint again because Milky Monday, back in December, ended up with our whole house smelling like mint for about a week, right?
A couple of days at the very least.
A couple of days at the very least, yeah. It was a lot. My room had it the worst because I spilled it all over my room. But I do have more mint extract. This is a thing that, you know, like mint. Anyways, that is mostly votes for 2 ounces of vanilla, all from Lunaria. So if anyone else has any opinion, Cricket, which one of these should I add to my smoothie? Mixed fruit, toothpaste, spinach, or vanilla extract? Well, do you want to hear the things that are already in it?
Yeah.
Milk, lime, spinach. What?
What? Wine?
Lime?
Lime. I thought you said
Lime?
Wine.
Chat saying for me to bring back Milky Monday. I'm not doing it. Milky Monday is canceled forever.
Thank God.
You didn't even go far enough. It's so far around this right now.
So incredibly far around. No. Spinach.
Spinach. 1 vote for spinach. All right. Thank you for your voice.
You're welcome.
I do think that still does mean vanilla extract is winning, but we did have another vote in there. Get slippy, get slippy, get slippy, get slippy. I'm so glad we're getting slippy. I don't know why the get slippy emote doesn't work in YouTube chat. No idea. But get slippy is Maggie when she has to drink this. I think this one is going to be better than the last one, I will say. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and add 2 ounces of vanilla extract as... Alright. And... Nope, that's the wrong one. Alright, there we go. Please just bin coconut milk, Greek yogurt, strawberries, and banana. We can pretend you made this wacky smoothie. I won't tell anyone. You don't understand how this works. First of all, I don't like coconut milk or Greek yogurt, so I think that one might be worse. Second of all, I also don't like bananas very much. I think the smoothie that you pitched me actually sounds worse than the one that I'm about to make. I will be real with you right now. Anyways, let's. Oh, no, I don't want to stop streaming. Why did it want me to stop streaming? Please don't stop streaming. I am going to go put on something or other while this is let's see. But no, wait, Maggie, you said... No, I'm not doing that. No, I also don't have I don't have that stuff. I don't really have that stuff on me, like, right now. Make your most hated smoothie. I don't have one, really. I don't know. Adding eggs was not a good option. I don't even know what my most hated smoothie would be, you know? I wouldn't think to make my most hated smoothie, because I don't think about the things that I hate that often. All right. What do we want to watch? I'm gonna look at my videos to watch visually later playlist and put one of those on while I go clean this equipment. And then yeah, we can. Y'all can fill me in on what that video was like when I'm back. Videos to visually watch. Yes, I am a coward. I only put myself into the harm's way that I am willing to put myself into. But I want to enjoy myself. You know, if I'm not having fun, what's the point? What even the point then? You know, Alright, I guess we're watching Blondie Hack's Smokestack Base Pennsylvania A3 Switcher Part 93. Can we do the bit now? I have to leave for dinner soon. I have to go grab all the things, so I'm putting it on reacting. Letting this load, and I will be right back with, why is it not, okay. Why is it not loading? Milk, lime, spinach, and vanilla extract. And also I gotta rinse this stuff out. So, I guess, just chill. Oh, here it goes. Okay.
Hello, Internet. My name is Quinn, and this is Blondie Hacks. I'm working on my Pennsylvania A3 switcher locomotive this week, and we're going to make the smokestack, or rather, we're going to start on it because it's a very complex piece with compound curves and a lot of very tricky setups. So this is going to be a two-parter. I'm excited. Let's go. Here's our smoke box so far. You can see the big thing missing on top here is the smokestack, and it's going to be about 4 inches high, something like that. And most importantly, it needs to sit around this hole, which of course is on a curved surface. So that's going to be our key design challenge. The design that Kozo came up with for this chimney looks like this. It's made of 3 separate pieces, only 2 of which are shown in this drawing. And it may look straight, but in fact, it's actually tapered both on the inside and on the outside. The outside taper is for aesthetics, but the inside taper is functional. Smokestacks or chimneys are a great example of the history of engineering wherein people figure out something that works, but they don't necessarily understand why it works, and it might take generations of science to catch up to figure out why the thing actually works. Moreover, though, along the way, we come up with various alternate explanations that we think might be what's happening until we get better and better science to often refine or disprove those earlier theories. Smokestack design is a great example of this. We figured out pretty early on that height is very important on a smokestack. Generally, the taller the better, but also that the inside should be tapered, because a tapered smokestack flows better and thus creates better draft underneath it inside the smoke box. Why does a tapered smokestack flow better? Well, I was interested in that, so I dug into it a little bit. And you know that expression that all models are wrong, but some models are useful, and this is a classic example of that in the history of engineering. There have been multiple theories over the years, 3 major ones. The first, in the 1830s, they believed some version of a story wherein gases required a chimney to be the same shape as they naturally took on when released into the air, so they would kind of measure the shape of the cone of the smoke and match the smokestack to that, maybe not really understanding why they were doing that. Then in the 1850s, that explanation changed, depending on which sources you read, to some version of the gases, quote, wanting to expand outwards in a certain ratio to how much they expand upwards. And if you don't match that ratio, then it creates some unspecified back pressure for unspecified reasons, which interferes with possible optimal flow. Nowadays, we have the actual understanding of why this is necessary. And, well, the answer is, of course, fluid dynamics and calculus, and my calculus is not good enough to understand this sufficiently to explain it to you, but, well, you can look it up if you like, and you'll quickly get buried in terms like vortex shedding and oscillation resonances and, well, like I said, a whole lot of math that I dropped out of calculus too soon to understand. As an aside,
Thank you to Blondie Hacks for covering stream for a moment. Alright. I cleaned my smoothie blender. I need to get back to the past. Samurai Jack. There we go. Alright. So, we are adding to this one milk, lime, spinach, and 2 ounces of vanilla extract. Which, this one also could be a lot worse of a smoothie, you know? Let's go ahead and add half a cup of milk. And then we gotta peel this lime. That wasn't how you peel. You can't peel lime with your teeth, apparently. I need to go grab a knife or. I'm gonna grab a knife. Alright. Lime knife. This is probably a very precarious way to be doing this. There we go. Okay. We have cut it open. Blah. Getting a text, it sounds like. Oh, it's my roommate sending me a text about the Rin Fair. Because that's coming up. Why are limes so hard to peel? It's almost like you're really not supposed to peel limes. Why do they have a rind if you're not supposed to peel them, though? This is awful. I hate peeling limes. Okay. Almost there. Okay, there's that first half of lime. This is awful. I hate peeling limes, I'm realizing. I am never going to do a stream again where I have to peel a lime. I have lime juice I could have used. I do this for you. Peeling limes is especially bad because, like, if you cut yourself, it's a lime, you know? Like, that's lime juice right in the cut. There's a mouse crawling around somewhere in my room. Can't say I really blame it. Trying to scare away the mice. Hopefully that worked. Ah! I didn't mean to stab my microphone. I'm getting lime juice all over my hand. That lime juice belongs in the smoothie. Okay. This is probably the most riveting content you've seen today, isn't it? Just me slowly and methodically cutting the rind off a lime, trying not to cut the heck out of my hand. I mean, it should be riveting. There's stakes. Isn't that what Ludwig always says is the what good content needs? All right, there we go. There is the lime. Where did my spinach go? Oh. Here is a big bag of spinach. Popeye brand. Because who else would you eat spinach from? Like, there's no reason to eat spinach from anyone else. Oh geez, that is getting everywhere. Alright, that's quite a bit of spinach. Cool. And the piece of resistance, the piece de resistance, vanilla extract. Sure smells vanilla-y. Yeah, that was about 2 ounces. Alright. Alright, y'all ready for this? Smoothie 2, spinach, milk, lime, and vanilla extract. There it goes. I'm gonna let this blend while I go grab a glass. This is really loud, isn't it? Alright. That is probably pretty well blended. If I had to say so myself. Magnificently blended, if I do say so myself. Very green in color. I mean, look at that. Honestly, I could see myself making this smoothie, you know? Like, it's... The worst part of this is the fact that it's got milk and lime in it. Like, other than that, spinach and vanilla extract and milk is fine, and, like, lime and spinach is fine. And have you ever had a lime salad with spinach in it? You know? So, yeah, this should be fine. That is not fine. Yep, the lime does exactly what you'd think it does. And the spinach did not get blended enough. So there's chunks of spinach, chunks of lime, chunks of curdling. And it's all kind of just, whew. This might be the worst smoothie I've tasted. It's definitely worse than the first one on a textural level, you know? Yeah, no, that's not good. Yep. No, bad. Bad stuff. Possibly the worst smoothie I've ever had. I'm gonna drink it all, because that's what I do. Yeah, that lime did not blend fine enough either. Getting all sorts of chunks of it in here. Oh well, that's the game we play, you know? Maybe one day we'll get a good smoothie. I will say, flavor-wise, it's fine, you know? It's mostly the flavors of lime and vanilla extract, which aren't bad flavors, you know? It just also needs a strainer to get rid of all of the flavor, all of the texture of the everything else. But like, if you strained this out, it would probably be delicious. Well, that one almost took me out of it. A lot of places have a mean green smoothie, you know? But I think this is probably the meanest and greenest that I've ever had. Yeah, wow. It's not good. Still better than Milky Monday. Thank you, Cricket.
For what?
For saying the bar is in hell.
Oh, you're welcome. I didn't know if you heard me.
I did. it sure is a smoothie you've got to chew. Cricket made a face. That's a chunk of lime.
What's your chat saying?
Nothing right now. I'm just doing this for the love of the game at this point.
It smells like lime in here.
Yeah.
I'm remembering now why I stopped wearing these pants.
Because the belt loop too small?
They look nice.
Yeah.
It's like the only pair of skinny jeans that I have from like pre-T I still wear.
Fair.
Is there lettuce in there too?
No. That was a pre-stream snack.
Oh. Okay.
This is what Cricket saw. Just a bag of lettuce that I was snacking on before stream. Very fibrous.
Hopefully your stomach will be
Yeah, hopefully.
fiber is good for you.
Mm-hmm. Good luck with work.
These clothes.
Yeah. Isn't there like a storm warning going on right now?
Probably it's April.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna chug this.
Chug, 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 chug. Don't choke.
Wow.
I understand how you could get those things confused. They both start with a ch sound, but.
Yeah, the texture's just so awful on this. Yeah, I do need to finish this before the milk really starts curdling.
There's a laundry basket of yours in the garage that is in because you forgot about it in the garage, and I didn't want to start it again because I feel like it would restart the process because I had laundry to do as well. So you should probably redo that soon.
I appreciate you telling me. I didn't realize that was out there.
It's okay. I figured you forgot, and then I forgot to tell you about it. So
Okay, well, thank you.
you're welcome. The only thing that's in the dryer is my sleeping bag, and you can just set that.
Alright. Wow, this is bad. Honestly, yeah, probably the worst smoothie I've ever had. I can't even, like, jokingly say this is good. At least I am getting fiber and spinach in. This will counteract the donut I had earlier. Hopefully. 2 donuts, actually, because I ate one before stream, and then I blended one. So, like... You know. I feel shell-shocked right now. Which I feel like isn't a feeling that you're supposed to feel whenever you're just drinking a smoothie. I'm getting Milky Monday flashbacks, you know? every time I think I'm close to finishing this, there's still more. And I'm just thinking, wow, this bit is going on for so long. And it's just not good. There's not much to say here. Like, this sucks. Don't do this. Don't make this smoothie. Like, the vanilla extract doesn't even, like, bring this up at all. Like, jeez. Alright. There's, like, a gulp left. Ah, here we go. That was bad. Very great time. Alright, is anyone still in chat after that? Do we have enough people to even vote on a third smoothie? Or am I gonna have to do that all myself, you know? It doesn't seem like we've got anyone in chat right now, so, like, you know. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and remove that one from the screen. There we go. And, yeah, that was Smoothie 2. I don't know if there's anyone here to vote anymore, because everyone got so annoyed by that one, I guess. I'll make my own smoothie for round 3 if I have to. I'll come up with everything. And, like, do it myself. You know, I'll be the deciding vote if I have to. These are the options for the base of Smoothie 3. We can do Jello, Dosaki, green bean juice, or 2 shots of tequila. Make your voices heard right now. If you have opinions, please get them in to me as we chill right here, right now. I'm sure whichever one we do will be delicious. It's sure to be a good time. Whee! Whippy, yippee, yahoo, wahoo, wee, wee, woo, wah, 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 wee, woo, wah, 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 wee, wah, 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 yeah, yeah. I don't think there's anyone here, so it's just me. So we can do whatever I want to do. This is me. This is my time. This is the things that I do. This is me. Everything I've ever done has been correct because I've done them. And I think that's pretty cool. Well. Whoa. 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 Wow. What to do 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 do. I'm realizing this is nothing. I am doing nothing. Alright, let's do something. Since there's no one here, no one can stop me from doing whatever I want until someone else shows up. You know? Which means, that I've got bookmarks, which means I want to play a game. I want to play a game. Like Saw. We're gonna play Redactyl. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Cancel. Window capture. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna play Redactyl. This is a Wordle type game, about a Wikipedia article being redacted, and we have to try and guess. We get 3 starter words to nudge to the topic. Solve title words. Solve title words are colored, highlighted, and easy matching accepts close synonyms as well as root words. It usually takes about 31 guesses with a 2/3 solve rate. In about 5 minutes. Players average around 69 guesses in about 10 minutes. 7.4% of people give up. Many are biographies. 2-word title could be a name. Dates and bracket, likely a birth and death year. Okay. Start broad. Writer, scientist, politician, actor. Then nationality. Okay. Cities and countries have a distinctive number-heavy patterns. Is the blank and blank of capital city intro. Kilometers and square miles, area units, geography article, population numbers with million or city country. Okay. How to react. Scan the first paragraph, look for symbols, try broad words, use a hint. Give up. That's okay. You'll see the answer for next time. So you can click a redacted word, and then you double click to annotate. Alright, let's go. A 5 letters, 4 letters. A blank blank, blank 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 or blank blank is a blank blank that to the blank blank. Alright, geez Louise, this is a long Wikipedia article. I'm gonna go law. Okay, I don't think I got any hits on that one. Great. So it's not a law of physics. Okay. A blank blank. I bet it's animal. Oh, animals. 7 hits. Okay. And animal blank and animals. Blank animals. Animals that the animal is blank's animal farm. Oh, George Orwell's Animal Farm. No, that's not who wrote Animal Farm. Who wrote Animal Farm? The blank something something Animal Farm. And is it an actor? No. It's a literary device, maybe? Literary. Okay. Literature had a lot. Okay, so this is some sort of some sort of literary device. Literature of And then they specifically talk about animal. Blank and literary. Literature. Literature. Literature in the blank. The blank blank of blank by blank blank blank. Literary. I guess let's try poem. Well, let's see if it's poem. 0 hits for poem. Okay. We're getting further. Literary, literature. Let's try compare. Okay, 1 hit for compare. Comparing the blank blank of the blank with the blank blank by the blank blank. The blank, comma blank, that in the blank of blank, blank team up with something up blank blank, the blank. Dystopia maybe. No hits for dystopia. Marxism. No hits for Marxism. Yeah, I'm not sure what this one is. Animals. That is not within as being blank in blank, unlike blank. Let's try human. Oh, 3 hits for human. The animal is blank, a blank on a human blank, as in blank. From blank human blank. The human. Let's try religion. Oh, alright, there's 1 hit for religion. To religion and to blank blank. Rather? No, wait, no, that would be a comparison. The blank is used to blank 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 with blank blank as in blank blank blank. Blank blank blank. Blank blank. Or blank blank. Ass? Is it ass? Oh. Oh. The blank ass. Let's get a hint. Reveal a word, hint sentence, get a vague 1-sentence summary. These are traditional stories, often with moral lessons. Oh, okay. Allegory? No, not allegory. Shoot. Like the tortoise and the hare was a fable? Oh, alright. Blank fables. As in fables. Oh, folklore, maybe. Folklore would almost fit there. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. A fairy tale. Oh, wait. Fairy tale might actually... be it. Nope. Okay. Let's try fairy. Hey, okay, it's fairy tale. Awesome. Oh, T-A-L-E. There we go. Fairy tale! We got it in 19 guesses. Alright. I did have to use the hint, but, you know, it got me on track. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, most people got it pretty quickly, but, you know, that ain't bad. Alright. Pretty cool. Fairy tale. A fairy tale. Other alternative names include fairy tale, fairy story, household tale, magic tale, or wonder tale, is a short story that belongs to the folklore genre. Such stories typically feature magic, enchantments, and mythical or fanciful beings. In most cultures, there is no clear line separating myth from folk or fairy tale. All these together form the literature of pre-literature societies. Fairy tales may be distinguished from other folk narratives, such as legends, which generally involve belief in the veracity of events described, explicit moral tales, including beast fables, I got fable. What? Oh, okay, it definitely uncovered that. Prevalent elements include dragons, dwarves, elves, fairies, giants, gnomes, goblins, griffins, merfolk, monsters, monarchy, pixies, talking animals, trolls, unicorns, witches, wizards, woodwooses, magic, and enchantments. Alright, where does Animal Farm come up? On Fairy Stories, J.R.R. Tolkien. Okay, there was that. George Orwell's Animal Farm, Frank Elbaum's Wizard of Oz. Okay. I see. This was a fun one. I enjoyed this game. Yeah. Yeah, we did I probably would have got here faster if I had gone story after I had done literary. Pretty cool. Oh, well, I need to turn that off for the time being. Actually, no, that one can stay. We're gonna read some more of the love song of J. I'll proof rock. In the room, women come and go, talking of Michelangelo. And indeed there will be time to wonder, do I dare, and do I dare? Time to turn back and to stand the stare, with a bald spot in the middle of my hair. They will say, how his hair is growing thin. My morning coat, my collar mounting firmly to the chin. My necktie rich and modest, but asserted by a simple pin. They will say, but how his arms and legs are thin. Do I dare disturb the universe? In a minute there is time for decisions and revisions, which a minute will reverse. For I have known them all already, known them all. Have known the evenings, mornings, afternoons. I have measured out my life with coffee spoons. I know the voices dying with a dying fall, beneath the music from a further room, so how should I presume? And I have known the eyes already, known them all. The eyes that fix you in a formulated phrase, and when I am formulated, sprawling out on a pin, when I am pinned and wriggling on the wall, then how should I begin? To spit out all the buttons of my days and ways, and how should I presume? And I have known the arms already, known them all, arms that are braceleted and white and bare, but in the lamplight downed with light brown hair. Is it perfume from a dress that makes me so digress? Arms that lie along the table, or wrap about a shawl, and should I then presume, and how should I begin? Shall I say, I have gone at dusk through narrow streets, and watched the smoke that rises from the pipes of lonely men in shirt sleeves, leaning out of windows. I should have been a pair of ragged claws, scuttling across the floor of seas. And then the afternoon, the evening, sleep so peacefully, smoothed by long fingers, asleep, tired, or it malingers, stretched on the floor here beside you and me. Should I, after tea and cakes and ice, have the strength to force the moment to its crisis? But though I have wept and fasted, wept and prayed, though I have seen my head grown slightly bald, brought in upon a platter, I am no prophet, and here's no great matter. I have seen the moment of my greatness flicker, and I have seen the eternal footman hold my coat and snicker, and in short, I was afraid. And would it have been worth it after all, after the cups, the marmalade, the tea, among the porcelain, among some talk of you and me? Would it have been worthwhile to have been off the matter with a smile, to have squeezed the universe into a ball, to roll it towards some overwhelming question, to say, I am Lazarus, come back from the dead, come back to tell you all, I shall tell you all. If one settling a pillow by her head should say, that is not all, that is not what I meant at all, that is not it at all. And would it have been worth it after all? Would it have been worthwhile after the sunsets and dooryards and the sprinkled streets, after the novels, after the teacups, after the skirts that trail along the floor, and this and so much more? Is it impossible to say just what I mean? It is impossible to say just what I mean, but as if a magic lantern threw the nerves and patterns on a screen, would it have been worthwhile if one settling a pillow or throwing off a shawl and turning towards the window should say, that is not it at all, that is not what I meant at all. No, I am not Prince Hamlet, nor was I meant to be. I'm an attendant lord, one that will do, to swell a progress, start a scene or two. Advise the prince, no doubt, an easy tool, deferential, glad to be of use. Politic, cautious, and meticulous, full of high sentence, but a bit obtuse. At times, indeed, almost ridiculous. Almost, at times, the fool. I grow old. I shall wear the bottoms of my trousers rolled. Shall I part my hair behind? Do I dare to eat a peach? I shall wear white flannel trousers and walk upon the beach. I've heard the mermaids singing, each to each. I do not think they will sing to me. I've seen them riding seaward on the waves, combing the white hair of the waves blown back when the wind blows the water white and black. We have lingered in the chamber of the sea, by sea girls wreathed in seaweed red and brown, till human voices wake us, and we drown. What a poem. I really like it. People still aren't here, which means, you know. Oh, I just realized I've been recording for like the last 20 minutes. Well, that'll be a fun recording to have. Maggie alone time, I guess. Do we want to do another Wordle? Our Wordle type game? Daily game? Daily game's the name. Yeah, let's do another daily game. Yeah, let's do another daily game. She said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? And suddenly think I remember the film. And I said, what about? Think that's what I could. And I said, I think that's a style. Alright. This is one called Chrono.Quest. It is a game where you are trying to put the timeline in order. So let's see. Rolex is founded by Hans Worldorf in London. That sounds very pretty late. Wheel is invented and begins to be used. Alright, that's pretty early. First direct photograph is taken of a black hole and its vicinity is taken. Wasn't that like 4 years ago? The polygraph is invented. That was early 1900s. Time Typhoon or Kamikaze saves Japan from an invasion by Kublai Khan for a second time. I'm going to put that after the American-Indian Wars. Okay, we got 2 right. That could be better. All right, let's try moving that one up. Let's try moving that one up, and let's check the answers now. Hey, there we go. 2 guesses. That didn't take long at all. And, yeah, I guess I just don't know Japanese history very well. Because I could have told you that was in the 1600s. I just didn't. And then, yeah, the 2019. That was more like 7 years ago. But, you know, pretty cool. Yeah, no, I did good with that one. I really didn't think it would take me... I thought that might take me a little bit longer to figure out, honestly. All right. Okay, now blend a wheel, Rolex, and lie detector. I don't think I'm going to do that. But I do have these options to blend Jello, Dosaki, green bean juice, and 2 shots of tequila. Yummy, yummy. That is the start of this next one. What should I blend? I want Jello. I will vote for Jello if no one else will vote for Jello, you know? Like, I have no qualms with that at all. I'm gonna count down from, like, 15, and if no one's got any answer, I'm pulling Jello in, you know? Alright. 15. 14. 13. Dose of keys. No! Alright, yeah, we can do that. Dose of keys is fine. Yeah. Alright, let's add that to the list. Dos keys. Dos aquí. Honestly, just blend these 4 things and skip the polling. I like the polling is the thing. The polling is what makes this a stream. Otherwise, this would just be me screwing around on my own, you know? But it just becomes something interesting because it's got the stakes of it being on stream. Alright. These are the next options. Here we go. Okay. Nope, it didn't paste. Great. Let's try that again. Okay. Could we... I wish I was better at navigating. Why is it not copying? Copy. And paste. There we go. Alright, the next options are frozen fruit medley, bell pepper, spinach, or chicken taquito. It is a spicy chicken taquito also, if that changes your answer. Currently we've got a Dos Equis, you know, we can get real wild with it and do a chicken taquito. Or we can do nice. I think a Dos Equis with some frozen fruit medley might be pretty good, honestly. Yum. Yummy. Like a little bit of yum in your you know, I did just realize that I did not include lime and Dos Equis on the same one, which I should have. I should have. I guess I should have. Oops. Yeah, All right. So I honestly am not sure which one I would go with, the frozen fruit medley or the chicken taquito, because either way, this is gonna take this in a extremely different direction. Spinach. We did spinach in the last one, as you can see. It was very fibrous, but I'd be up for spinach. Spinach pretty good. Yeah, we can do spinach. Green. This is gonna be the first hangover-proof beer. All right. Up next, we've got 4 options. Aren't all of these options fibrous? Yeah. I guess they were all fibrous. All right. Our options this time are spinach, carrot, the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock, or banana. Get your votes in now. Which one you want to see done? Chicken taquitos aren't particularly fibrous. Yeah, get your votes in now. Which one do you want to see? Do you want to see a spinach done? Do you want to see me add more spinach to a beer? Or do you want me to see me add a carrot and make it real chunky? Or do you want to see me add the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock, which I just spent quite a while on stream reading through. And there's also a banana, which, just even the odds a little bit. Everyone loves a banana, except for me. I had a banana in that first smoothie. How many spinach options are there on this stream? I think this is the last option where spinach is a choice. Yeah, this is the last one where spinach is, but which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five times is spinach an option. Yeah. It might be a little bit dry, which is a shame because it's pretty juicy prose. Carrot? I can do carrot. 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 Alright, there we go. And yeah, that leaves us one last poll. Alright. Our options are chat's choice. This is whatever chat wants, even if it hasn't been on this listed at all. If I've got it, it's going in there. Chapstick is a stick of chapstick that I have. Apple is an apple. I'm going to cut it up, but yeah. And then a rabbit is a rabbit. I've got a rabbit, and I will be adding the rabbit to the drink. So, which one should we do? Chat's choice, chapstick, apple, or rabbit? This is the time for, if you had a favorite option earlier on, now's the time to bring it back. Now it can come back if you think it would go well. More Dosakis! More Dosakis! Oh, wow. Anyone else got any votes? There's no one else in chat. It's just you, Ava. It's just you. And I guess we're adding more Dosakis. Alright. Works for me. We're making health beer. This is so true. All right. I'm going to go clean this. I'm going to go put some of this stuff that I don't need away. I'm going to leave it on reacting to the video I left it on last time. Where did that video go? Did I X out of that video? I might have X'd out of that video. Dang it. Shoot. Alright, let's see. Let's throw on the new episode of Shiftless. Let's not do that. Let's see. Let's put on the new Folding Ideas video. This is specifically his review of Beast Games 2, which I watched earlier this morning. So, have fun watching this while I go clean up and make things available to use. Okay, well, with this...
Welcome to the Beast Games Quarantine. This is intended to be something of an appendix to the mainline Mr. Beast video, and so would recommend you watch that video before watching this. If you don't, it might feel a bit like you're walking into a room midway through a rant, but also this is probably pretty entertaining on its own, and the context is not that hard to grasp.
I'll explain scrobbling when I'm back.
The original plan for the mainline video was to keep discussion of Beast Games itself to an absolute minimum, but as the project developed, we found ourselves in need of more examples of Team Beast's creative instincts. And Beast Games was a petri dish for Team Beast's worst creative instincts. So we quickly found ourselves overwhelmed with examples and minor grievances that we just need to exorcise. Exorcise, that's like The Exorcist. We need a priest. There's really no better way to attack this than in linear order, so let's start with literally the first thing we see. This opening CG shot is another example of a post hoc editing decision.
Did you already know that the beginning was going to be that VFX shot, or did you have that idea afterwards?
So this whole mic coming down, me grabbing it, this was definitely a thing we did afterwards.
You could make the argument that reality TV ought to be shot with soft eyes, open to spontaneity, but does that argument really play for the very first shot of the show? If any moment can be scripted and shot with intention, it's this. But as we drilled into you during the video, Team Beast is making this up as they go along. We covered this in the main video, but the opening strong challenge was conceived and shot entirely for spectacle. But spectacle was seemingly the only thing given any real thought. And to be fair, it is visually interesting. In the various behind-the-scenes bits, Jimmy is clearly proud of the concept and the spectacle of this thing. But it was just too hard. The sandbag that they needed to carry back up the rope was 1/3 of the contestant's body weight, which sounds like it evens the odds, but that's not how mass works. All the dancers, swimmers, and cyclists finished really fast because they all have a really high lift to body mass ratio, while everyone else struggled. It's basically the rocket equation. Building muscle makes you stronger, but stronger muscles are heavier, which creates diminishing returns when those muscles need to lift themselves. A 105-pound ballerina needs to lift a 31.5-pound sandbag for a total lift of 136.5 pounds. A 240-pound bodybuilder needs to lift a 72-pound sandbag for a total lift of 312 pounds.
41 through.
Wow, we're not going to get there.
Who would have thought that despite having 100 of these giant mammoth people, that over half of them didn't even complete it?
So yeah, the majority of the strongs actually fell off and the remaining slots were filled with a tiebreaker round of push-ups.
Do you worry that this may not be the most interesting content? Like, this isn't the most visual after going from that to this.
No, this will never make the show.
The narrative presented in the show ends up being highly misrepresentative of the reality of the game, and as you'll see, the further we go into Season 2, the more this stuff will crop up. It really needs to be stressed that this is a massive undertaking. This strong challenge is probably the one game that really delivers on the promise of Beast Games as unparalleled spectacle, but that only makes the abject failure of the game all the more embarrassing. This goes back to the lack of intent and the seeming lack of actual testing. Like, I think the flaw in this game is apparent from the whiteboard. These numbers alone communicate the issue. But even if we accept that the laws of gravity are too nuanced for Chandler and the boys to comprehend, surely any good faith testing would have involved a jacked dude having a hard time. There's just no version of this where Beast Games comes out looking good, because either they tested it properly and understood the dynamics at play and still chose to go ahead with it, or they didn't test it and made this enormous investment based on vibes. For whatever it's worth, the show's director, Tyler Conklin, is adamant that they did, in fact, do loads of testing, and it was literally just a skill issue on the contestants' part. Sure thing, brother. As a bridge subject here between the Strong and Smart Challenge, we're met with a recurring gripe that will haunt the show until the very end. Block stacking puzzles. It's so vestigial that it's not even worth mentioning most of the time, but the Strong Challenge had a block stacking puzzle as the capstone task before contestants could push the button. I guess the boys figured that the competition would be such a nail-biter that they needed one last task to slow contestants down long enough for the cameras to react, but, you know.
Everybody in push-up position.
That brings us to Oops All Block Stacking, the Smart Challenge. As discussed in the main video, the Smart Challenge involved playing Simon with colored blocks replicating Jimmy's pattern. In order to properly talk about the Smart Challenge, we need to distinguish between the game as presented in the show and the reality of the production. First, the fiction of the show.
Slightly longer break that time, but it's all good, because we're still here. We're still surviving. We're thriving. We're having fun. We're gonna make a smoothie with an entire beer in it. All right, here we go. So I was planning on using about half of this when I had just one dosaki in there, but you know what? Bottoms up. We're all alive. That's a really foamy beer. Okay. Yeah, that'll go down to about 12 ounces. Cool. Yeah, and then spinach, and then a carrot. Oh, yeah, the question of what scrobbling is came up. Scrobbling is, if you've ever seen one of those, like, 5x5 grids of album covers, that is what is used to make that. If you boiled or roasted the carrot, it would blend a lot better. I am aware that it would probably blend a lot better, but that's not what we're doing. Gonna break it up into pretty small bits to begin with. I should have put the carrot in before the spinach, I'm realizing. That's still a really big chunk of carrot. Alright. And here we go. The final one. Oh. Drink any good smoothies lately? I haven't. I'm putting this one on high to try and get that carrot blended up real good. I don't think this is going to be good. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is actually going to be bad. It's gonna be pretty foamy. Yeah. I'll let that settle for a moment. Yeah. Vegetable beer whip. Yep, now it's separating. Great. This is like watching a lava lamp. Do you ever question your decisions that have led you up to a point in your life? I know I am right now. Call me Midwestern, but I think I could make a vegetable beer whip that tastes good. Yeah, that's a very Midwestern thought. Sounds like, what do they call it up there? Ambrosia? They call it watercress salad over here, I think. Two very green smoothies in a row. This one is a lot looser than the last one, though. Which does bode well for the texture, at least. I don't think you should question all of your life decisions. But I think times like this do call for that. I really thought I could be like Danebo. Is watercress salad an actual salad? What am I thinking? Ambrosia salad. What is it also called? It's a fruit salad, not a Jello Cool Whip hybrid. Oh, what am I thinking of? I know there's other names for it. Every family has their own name for this, but I guess. All right, whatever. Gonna drink more of this, I guess. This is bad. Like, this doesn't even have the benefit of, like, the vanilla extract in the milk, you know? This is just fiber and beer. I grabbed the chicken taquito out of my fridge anyways. Because I figured it'd pair well with this. I think I'm mostly getting the whip. because it is so whipped. And the thing is, the whip isn't good. It's not. I think I need a nice and normal one after this. I think I'm gonna make a... It probably needs salt. It might need salt. I will never know. Because I'm never drinking this again. Yeah, I don't know. Is this the worst thing I've ever drank? No. Milky Monday still was worse. This is definitely down there, though. Honestly, it's a little refreshing. It's mostly a textural issue. Yeah, if you filtered out, if you like strained everything out, it probably would be pretty refreshing. But as is, it's kind of a sludge to get through. Add an egg and you have an action movie hero breakfast. That is true. I will not be doing that. I didn't like the egg in the last one that I had an egg in. I was annoyed that I put it on the list. You know? Like, I don't think I'm ever gonna do that again. I feel very gym bro right now, you know? But like gym bro 20 years ago, before they realized, you know, that you probably shouldn't be drinking beer to get skinny. So, what did we learn today? I think I learned that spinach, while good in regular smoothies, is not good in fucked up and weird ones. They make low-carb beer. It's okay. I guess I also learned that they make low-carb beer. Interesting. That sounds miserable. But I also kind of think drinking beer is kind of miserable if I'm not doing it socially. And I think this barely counts as socially, because there is one person in chat right now. Yeah. Diboja. I did it. I drank it all. I am going to be right back. I'm going to put back on that folding ideas video. I'm going to come back with stuff to make a nice and normal one, because I deserve that after that.
Are you still doing smoothies?
I am. I'm going to make a normal one now, because I just drank one that was beer, spinach, and carrot.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Not good. You want to try?
No, not particularly.
Yeah.
Thank you for the offer.
No problem. I'll be back.
The game was easy and overhyped to an insulting degree. Literal rocket scientists enrolled in a game show framing itself as a test of intelligence, only to be greeted with a literal children's game. But that ended up being irrelevant because there wasn't even an attempt to stop players from just copying off each other. It wasn't much more than a test of procedure and of mass hysteria. The narrative, as it is shown to us in the show, is incoherent. We're shown 3 rounds of Simon. Round 1 involves 6 blocks with a 60-second timer, with failure leading to elimination. In round 2, it's 10 blocks in 30 seconds, but only 22 make it through. No eliminations. Round 3 involves 16 blocks, no time limit, and with the first 28 to complete the puzzle successfully making it through to the city. This is all shown to us in a delirious 5-minute sequence, so you can be forgiven for just letting it all wash over you even as I describe it. In reality, they started with 4-block stacks, which eliminated no one, and incrementally ratcheted up the difficulty until they landed on the final format.
We'll be doing this over and over again, adding more and more blocks until 50 of you are eliminated.
In reality, they were making these people stack blocks all night.
Look outside, like it is like 6 a.m.
They were tuning the difficulty of their game as they were filming it.
And then Jimmy was like, this is too easy. I don't know why we did it. That eliminated more people than we needed. Like, it was a disaster.
This moment as a whole is also a great example of something that will plague the entire show. So much so that we won't even bother to call attention to it most of the time. But there is so much Jimmy voiceover that has been added to make it look like this was all according to plan. Like round 1 eliminating 0 players was an intended outcome.
As I expected from a room full of geniuses, you all got that pattern correct.
Like so much of Beast Games, this foreshadowed a persistent issue. The creators have no idea how to produce a game show for smart people.
I don't have a degree in memory.
The premise of the season is strong versus smart. It's nerds versus jocks. Fine. The problem is that what it means to be smart is incredibly elastic.
100 of the smartest people on the entire planet.
Are we talking about academics? If so, what field? Surely we want some NASA folk. How much emphasis are we putting on personality? Is it enough to just be a stereotypical nerd of medium intellect? Whatever definition we might come up with, Jimmy walks straight past it. We have the usual suspects of smart people, but we also have contestants labeled as Rubik's Cube savant, street smart, media mogul, AI prodigy, top 1% board gamer, Guinness World Record gamer, stay-at-home dad, sweepstakes champion, billion-dollar problem solver, young investor, top 1% national public speaker, high school grad at 17 while raising children. I mean, very commendable. That's not smartest person in the world territory. We should note that players had these labels imposed on them. Jack didn't scribble child genius into his application form. Some dork at Team Beast gave him that title. Essentially, anyone can be smuggled onto the smart team with the right framing. Sue Smee, a finalist from a recent season of Survivor, is a smart contestant. In fact, this season as a whole is marked by a notable uptick in professional reality TV personalities. So, what is a smart challenge for this cohort? No, seriously, that isn't a trick question. Answer in the comments. What are we supposed to do? Are we making them sit the Harvard entrance exam? Maybe an egg drop? This is a really difficult problem at a baseline, and Beast Game simply...
Alright, I'm back. Alright. So, chat, I think you do not understand how to make a smoothie. It's okay. I struggle with it sometimes too. But I have, at this point, gotten pretty good at making a good enough smoothie. I know what flavors generally work together. And they were not the ones you chose tonight. Thank you very much. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and make this. Let me teach you how to make a good smoothie. All right. So I got some apple juice here. About a serving of that. Cool. And then we're gonna add ice cream. Ice cream really helps thicken it up and make it colder. Adds that creaminess that you want. It's not like the most healthy thing, but if you eat a couple handfuls of spinach before and after, should be fine. Which I did. I've eaten a lot of spinach today, because of this stream up to this point. So there's that. And so I've been slowly trying to pick up more and more frozen fruit at the store for smoothies. I picked up a tropical fruit smoothie medley. This is mangoes, papayas, pineapples, and sliced strawberry. Which I think the tropicalness of strawberry should probably be brought into question. The rest are, you know. All right. And then I bought these dark sweet cherries this weekend. They are pitted so that I don't have to deal with that, because that would be frustrating, especially for a smoothie, you know. Like, just add a few of those in there. Oh, bloody. Not actually bloody. Just bloody looking. Right. And yeah, that should be a pretty good smoothie, you know? I mean, the cherries taste good. Wipe it on the white shirt. It's a work shirt anyways, so like, doesn't matter. None of this matters. Okay. And let's play. So this one is a lot thicker than the other ones we've done today, which is fine because it's mostly fruit and not mostly liquid. I would be concerned if this one was liquidier, you know? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab a, I'm not adding tequila! I'm gonna go grab a cup. Not adding tequila, but I did grab a glass to pour this into. In seriousness, I've been thinking about smoothies a little. I'd like to try to use a heavier dairy product than milk and do less of it overall. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Smoothies are good. Beats Mr. Beast production, I guess. Yeah. Oh no, it is very stuck in there, isn't it? Alright, well. Yeah, this is not liquidy like at all. Which is fine. This is a fine thing. There we go. Yeah, there we go. This looks nice. And tastes really good. I don't know what to say about this. This is just a delight. I should have done this before. I should have made it so that this was more likely to be the outcome. I am realizing I am really full right now. Apparently drinking 3 smoothies will do that to you. Full of spinach, for sure. Okay, well that was cold enough that I am now getting a brain freeze. It was a mild brain freeze, I will say. I cured it pretty quick by shoving the tongue on the roof of my mouth, you know? All things considered, a pretty good stream. I believe I am going to end this with one last reading of The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock by T.S. Eliot. Let us go, then, you and I, where the evening is spread out against the sky, like a patient etherized upon a table. Let us go through certain half-deserted streets, the muttering retreats of restless nights and one-night cheap hotels, and sawdust restaurants with oyster shells. Streets that follow like a tedious argument of insidious intent to lead you to an overwhelming question. Oh no! Oh, do not ask, what is it? Let us go and make our visit. In the room, the women come and go, talking of Michelangelo. The yellow fog that rubs its back upon the window panes, the yellow smoke that rubs its muzzle on the window panes, licked its tongue into the corners of the evening, lingered upon the pools that stand in drains, let fall upon its back the soot that falls from the chimneys, slipped by the terrace, made a sudden leap, and seeing that it was a soft October night, curled once about the house and fell asleep. And indeed there will be time for the yellow smoke that slides along the street, rubbing its back upon the window panes. There will be time, there will be time, to prepare a face to meet the faces that you meet. There will be a time to murder and create, and time for all the works and days of hands that lift and drop a question on your plate. Time for you and time for me, and time yet for 100 indecisions, and time for 100 visions and revisions before the taking of a toast and tea. In the room, women come and go, talking of Michelangelo, and indeed there will be time to wonder, do I dare, and do I dare? Time to turn back and ascend the stair, with the bald spot in the middle of my hair. They will say, how his hair is growing thin, my morning coat, my collar mounting firmly to the chin, my necktie rich and modest, but asserted by a simple pin. They will say, but how his arms and legs are thin. Do I dare disturb the universe? In a minute there is time for decisions and revisions, which a minute will reverse. For I have known them all already, known them all. Have known the evenings, mornings, and afternoons. I have measured out my life with coffee spoons. I know the voices dying with a dying fall beneath the music from a further room. So how should I presume? And I have known the eyes already, known them all. The eyes that fix you on a formulated phrase, and when I am formulated, sprawling out on a pin, when I am pinned and wriggling on the wall, then how should I begin? To spit out all the buttons of my days and ways, and how should I presume? And I have known the arms already, known them all. Arms that are braceleted and white and bare, but in the lamplight downed with light brown hair. Is it perfume from a dress that makes me so digress? Arms that lie upon a table or wrap about a shawl. And should I then presume, and how should I begin? Shall I say I have gone at dusk through narrow streets, and watched the smoke that rises from the pipes of lonely men in shirt sleeves leaning out of windows? I should have been a pair of ragged claws scuttling along the floor of silent seas. And after the afternoon, the evening sleeps so peacefully, smoothed by long fingers, asleep, tired, or it malingers. Stretched on the floor here beside you and me, should I, after tea and cakes and ice, have the strength, should I, after tea and cakes and ices, have the strength to force the moment to its crisis? But though I have wept and fasted and wept and prayed, though I've seen my head grown slightly bald, brought in upon a platter, I am no prophet, and here's no great matter. I have seen the moment of my greatness flicker, and I have seen the eternal footman hold my coat and snicker, and in short, I was afraid. And would it have been worth it after all, after the cups, the marmalade, the tea, among the porcelain, among some talk of you and me? Would it have been worth while to have bitten off the matter with a smile, to squeeze the universe into a ball, to roll it towards some overwhelming question, to say, I am Lazarus, come from the dead, come back to tell you all, I shall tell you all. If one, setting a pillow by her head, should say, that is not what I meant at all, that is not it at all. And would it have been worth it after all? Would it have been worthwhile after the sunsets and dooryards and sprinkled streets? After the novels, after the teacups, after the skirt that trails along the floor, and this and so much more? It is impossible to say just what I mean, but as if a magic lantern threw the nerves and patterns on a screen, would it have been worthwhile if one setting a pillow or throwing off a shawl, and turning toward the window, should say, that is not it at all, that is not what I meant at all? No, I am not Prince Hamlet, nor as I meant to be. Am an attendant lord, one that will do, to swell a progress, start a scene or two. Advise the prince, no doubt an easy tool, deferential, glad to be of use, politic, cautious, and meticulous, full of high sentence, but a bit obtuse, at times, indeed, almost ridiculous, almost at times the fool. I grow old, I shall wear the bottoms of my trousers rolled. Shall I part my hair behind? Do I dare eat a peach? I shall wear the white flannel trousers and walk upon the beach. I have heard the mermaids singing, each to each. I do not think that they will sing to me. I have seen them riding seaward on the waves, combing the white hair of the waves blown back, when the wind blows the water white and black. We have lingered in the chamber of the sea, by seagulls wreathed with seaweed red and brown, till human voices wake us, and we drowned. Good poem. I like that poem. I've been trying to learn it. I wanna memorize it. Anyways, that brings us to the end of stream, I think. I mean, unless you want to watch me try and chug this. No, that didn't go well. I did not see the emoji reacts. Did you emoji reacts? Yeah, I yeah, no, I didn't see the emoji racks. I am using a mixed chat that does not show me those. Of the emoji racks, I think if I had chat pulled up, I would be able to see them. And I probably, pretty much, they might as well just be buttons to mash. You know, I like mashing buttons, so like I get it. This shirt is a mess. I've got spinach up there and cherry and all sorts of stuff on this. Luckily, shirts usually clean pretty well in my washer, so. I am very messy. Yeah, it's kind of a problem. But for the most part, it's fine. Okay, I'm done with this because I am feeling another brain freeze coming on, and it's about to hit. So, I'm gonna go ahead and stop streaming before